Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's session. As usual, being a Sunday, we meet and we talk about health, how to live a longer, healthier life. And today I happen to be on the streets, so I won't be able to say much, but it's good that we have great leaders on the call who are going to run with it. And our speaker today is somebody that I've been with in the business for a long, long time. We've been in the trenches together. He's a hotelier like me. And we have done a lot together. He's a personal friend to me. And he's going to be sharing on the issue of heart health, which is actually a very, very serious issue for us. They say you can be as serious as a heart attack, which means it's one of those diseases that the first symptom can be your last. So the heart is a very delicate organ, and you're going to learn how to maintain it in a healthy state. So without further ado, I want to invite Dan Odero to take it away. Dan?
Thank you, Fred, for that. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This afternoon, this Sunday afternoon in Nairobi, is African time. If you're elsewhere, it may be morning or evening. One of the things we do is talk about health and how we can tackle and make the best of our health. Now, we are not experts, but over the years we've learned, and we're dealing with people who are experts. We have learned what works and what can be helpful. In many cases, there are areas that there are things that we can do to take care of our health. A study was done that says 85% of people who have died of natural causes have died of things that are preventable. And that's a sad case because 85% is a preventable of things that are preventable. If you do things that lessen your risks, your lifestyle might be a little bit better. And those we are to talk about today, we're going to discuss heart health, a healthy heart, and the reason also, and I'll mention why it is important. We have had many cases of people who have suffered serious ailments and who do things that cause the heart challenges. So what we are saying is take charge of your heart. It's one of the busiest organs, works every day, day in, day out, it's working. And we must give it an opportunity to work as well as can be. If it's affected, everything else is affected. Yeah, so it is important to say, what can we do to ensure that we have healthy hearts? A study was done and it says today, heart disease, and there was a study done that says the total number of deaths from cardiovascular disease in the world is 17 million. 17 million. And that is a spread. If you look at the chart there, it says there's about 4 million, 4.5 million in Europe who are suffering from heart disease. In America, 1.94 million. In Africa, 1.254 million. Southeast Asia, there's about 3 million who are suffering from heart health. Western Pacific, Australia, that area, 4.75 million. So this is a study that was done and is affected. It must make us wake up and think about it. If this is what it is, what can we do about it? What are we doing about this? Why wait until you have a crisis to start thinking about it? If you can do that before, it is always better. Prevention is always better. So we look at the common types of heart diseases. What are the common types of heart diseases that are out there and are preventable? So some of them, and we go to the first one, heart disease can affect, and it says heart disease can affect the structure of the heart, the valves, the muscles, the fibers, the blood supply. For example, coronary heart disease of the blood vessels supplying the heart muscle. So that can also be a problem. These are all preventable. The common causes of coronary heart disease results from atherosclerosis. This is a condition that develops when a substance called plaque builds up in the walls of the arteries. Coronary heart disease arteries that supply the heart's muscle become blocked, and as a result can cause things like hypertension, increased pressure, angina, which is a partially blocked heart attack, a fully blocked heart. And heart attacks can also be it could be the first sign that you get a heart attack, which will be the first sign. It could also be the last. Some people don't survive a heart attack. Heart failure, damaged valves, enlargement, arrhythmia, and damaged heart fibers. So these are all things that can cause, and the common heart diseases that we have. Some of us have experienced them. Some of us have got people, loved ones who have experienced them. So it's important. What can we do about it? If you see the diagram over there, when it starts blocking, cholesterol starts blocking, you get high blood. And if you don't high blood pressure, you can get a stroke, you can get a heart attack. If you don't address it fast enough, it can be a problem. So we say how we must be able to address these problems. Some of the risk factors that are out there, what are the things that cause our risk factors for the heart problem? One of them is high blood pressure. High blood pressure is a risk factor. If you've got high blood pressure, you must be careful. And some of us don't know that we've got high blood pressure. You only learn when you've got a problem. Then you start saying, then you go to a doctor and says you have high blood pressure. But you can check before. High cholesterol. Very high cholesterol is a problem. Those who are smokers, and might not be a smoker, but you might be in an area that they have smokers, these are risk factors. Physical activity. If you don't do a lot of physical activity, you're constantly behind, you're on a couch, you're traveling in a car, these are risk factors. Diabetes. And diabetes nowadays, there's type 2 diabetes that is caused by our lifestyle eating that causes us diabetes. This is a risk factor. Abdominal obesity is also a risk factor. And a poor diet is a risk factor. These are all factors that can cause us a challenge and could be a cause for an unhealthy heart. Now, the diet heart hypothesis. This was a thing research done by World Health Organization. It says the typical lifestyle pyramid that we have, and because of our eating habits, where we have at the bottom of the pyramid or below that, minimal physical activity. A lot of guys do not move around. People are not moving around, not doing exercise. It's not just walking around. When you go to a building, you're using the lift all the time. In small areas, you don't want to walk, you use a boda, the motorcycles, or you use a car a lot of the times. Then your diet, whole grains, you eat a little bit. It's a minimal of your diet. Fruits and vegetables, you don't take them a lot. Protein, bigger amounts. Fats and sugars, a big amount of that. And you look at the picture there of the gentleman who is having a plate of burgers and chips. Common, easy, fast food meals. And this is what happens. And this is a problem in the long run. If this is your lifestyle and that's how your pyramid looks like, it can be a problem. Some of the foods that you see, and the foods, we want to enjoy our foods, which is okay. I mean, you want to have your white chapati, you want to have your rices. These are things that are not bad. I'm not saying, I'm not advocating that you stop eating like you want to do, but you minimize, you balance. Your roast meats that people like a lot, roast meat with what they call kachumbari, the mix of onions, which is nice, your ugali there, and you want to enjoy that all the time. It's an easy, quick fix, and you go there and you have a quick meal. Then you want to wash it down with a nice glass of beer, some wine. Not bad things, but if that's a common thing you're doing over and over again, can be a problem. You have to minimize this. If you do that over and over again for a long period of time, you'll end up with heart problem, with the heart disease. The heart becomes overloaded. So these are things you need to think about. What are my meals like? What are my common meals? What is in my plates? How much of that do I have? Life as a unit is made up of, we have got cells in life as a unit. A complete living system has got about between 75 and 100 trillion cells in the body that have to be fed. 100 trillion cells. So when we're putting things into our mouth for our diets, we must say, what am I eating? Am I taking care of what I eat? A healthy cell needs a few things, and the first thing, it needs nourishment. So when we eat, we're nourishing ourselves. When we eat, the foods that we take in then help in protecting the cells. Protection of cells are the things we eat. Repairing of them. Our bodies, our cells are dying. In fact, they say every 7 years you're totally new cells. So you're repairing, renewing, renewal of cells. When you have these, you've got sick, something happens, you get some accident, something gets an accident, get hurt, your body has to repair the damages. So these are the things we need to think about in cellular levels. Nourishment. Are we getting proper nourishment of our bodies? Protection, repair, renewal, it's all in diets and the things that we have. Many years ago, in 1958, the founder of the company called Neolife came up and had a few challenges with the asthma. And he started pursuing, because he got some benefits from what his mother gave him, natural foods that helped in fighting this asthma. And then he became interested and started going to companies that did research. With time, over years, then they formed a company that had a scientific advisory board, because a lot of people offer things, but who is behind that? Neolife has a group of scientists, a scientific advisory board that researches, that was actually formed by the late Dr. Arthur First, who came up with a board of scientists who are active and are constantly doing research. If you do get products from Neolife, there is a difference, because they are made with the right choice from Neolife. What is the right thing for us? The Neolife difference is what things are not GMO products. They have products that are whole food supplement, whole food cellular nutrition. What feeds our cells? They're created by doctors. The products that we have from Neolife are created by doctors and scientists. They're clinically tested and proven to be helpful to you. So these are things they do constantly. So the things that we see out here are not things that we just think out of there. There are scientists who go around the world, the scientists who come. And then Neolife also has a pharmaceutical license to produce medicinal. Although they produce supplements, they have license to produce medicines if they wanted to. But because they do a lot of research, so they are always constantly checking. And one of the things that our vision is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. And it starts with the things that we put in our body, our foods. And it's a very important part, because it affects everybody. Look at how they're affecting, that we said the study there, how many people, 17 million being affected by heart health and many other things. So this is an important part. And since 1958, 62 years ago or more, they have looked at this, researched, and come up with products that are healthy. Some of the solutions that Neolife has seen, because the pyramid has been turned upside down, how do we turn it back right? We encourage that you also have physical activities, do a lot of physical activities. Watch out for things that will may cause weight. The bottom of your pyramid should be whole meal, whole grains. And one of the products they have is a basis, and one of the most important products they have there, something called Trainen, feeds into this, because it's whole grain, and that is an important part of our diets. Fruits and vegetables, they have supplements that are made from the fruit and so the carotenoids, the fruits and vegetables, how much can we supply of this? Protein, bit of protein we get from foods, and then a little bit of your fats and sugars. But so you can turn this pyramid around. So how are we eating? We educate you how to eat. So your foods, what you should focus more on. How can I get more of that? And if I can't get, I bridge the gap, because many times in manufacturing, these things are lost and we can't find them. In cities, we cannot find this. So we say a supplement does not replace what you're eating. It's a supplement to bridge the gap from what we miss to what we need. A right thing that has been, is based in nature, backed by science, and actually produces that. So we set to eat correctly, and then we supplement to bridge the gap that we might be missing out on. Eating correctly is the basis, but then also because we know that out there in the world, a lot of people do not provide us the foods that are nutritious. Change on that. Sorry about that. Sorry, let me mute that person.
Sorry, done. Yep. Okay.
Okay, sorry, we continue. The foundation of nutritional supplements is also, like we said, there's 75 trillion cells in our body. And each cell needs to be fed. If you have the basic, if you have the basis of nutrition, the cells are being fed. One of the products that was produced in 1958 was the 3NN that makes sure that it has lipids and sterols, and lipids and sterols are very important for making the cell wall more acceptable, so it can accept nutrients to get in and waste to get out. All our cells, and that's the basis of nutrition. If you're taking a supplement, or you're taking something that foods, make sure that the food that I'm taking makes the cell wall able to take in the nutrients that I eat and get out the waste. When that happens, and that's the basis of your nutrition, it makes us more healthful. We can then fight the things like heart disease and any other problem that we have. Energy levels go up because of that. And we have a product called Vitality Pack, which addresses that extremely well, because it takes care of the cells in our bodies. So when you take a product like that, you'll find a difference, because then any other foods that you take are now used more optimally. The benefits of Vitality Pack, you find abundant energy. Many of us find that we've got lack of energy, and because of eating a lot of processed foods. Even if we try, some of the foods that we have there maybe not have what we have, what helps us to get in the nutrients we need. It also provides us with antioxidants protection. It also is a key for heart health, for boosting your immune system, for healthy brain, for flexible, healthy joints, for clear vision, for youthful skin, for hair and nails, for lifelong cellular health. Vitality Pack is a very good product to address that aspect of our lives. Now, high blood pressure is applied to the walls of the heart. And do not think because you don't have a challenge of weight, you have no problem with high blood pressure. It has been shown that even people who are lean also do get problems with high blood pressure. So don't feel, I am not so lean, I don't have trouble with weight, I don't have a problem with it. We have had people who are very lean, who are not very big, but still do have high blood pressure problems. And when you have too much bad cholesterol, the heart becomes challenged. A normal heart is that size, and when you use an large heart, because of the pressure there, the heart it's overworked, because it has to work more to get the blood through the blocked arteries. And if the heart is challenged for a long period of time, you are likely to get heart failure. And heart failure is where now we find the cases where someone gets a heart attack, all of a sudden had a heart attack. But it's over a period of time, and this has been, he has had clogging over a period of time, and it causes you heart failure. So you must take care of that. Some causes of hypertension: magnesium deficiency, toxins exposure, cholesterol imbalance, poor nutrition. Your diet is full of things that cause high cholesterol, antioxidants and deficiencies, stress response, increased salt intake. You say, I want to salt my food very well. That much can cause hypertension. These are some of the things that might be the causes of hypertension. If you want to work against it, I mean, you want to say, what can I do to make sure that I don't have that problem? Eat foods rich in calcium and magnesium. The omega-3 fatty acids are very important. Antioxidants, your garlic, your whole meal. So things like your fish diet, your vegetables, your rich things that are rich in, and this is some of the things you have. But a lot of times I find people sometimes say they're too expensive. So you avoid them because they're too expensive. Sometimes you say grapes. How many times have you had grapes? How many times is your food colored? Some of the things here, broccoli. How much do you do that? But I see sometimes people compromising, say, let me save a little bit. And when you're doing that, you're causing yourself a problem in the long run. But these are the things you must try to do in your diet. Change your diet. Fatty fish, your fruits and vegetables much more. Your milks, some of those things that you need to take. Some of the products that Neolife has produced that then can help are things like garlic allium complex, a very good product that will help you in with people with hypertension. In fact, one of the products that we say, if you're hypertension, garlic is very good in balancing. You've got very high pressure, it brings it down. If you've got low pressure, it brings it down. So it's a very good balance for hypertension. So someone who has got hypertension, a very good product to have from Neolife is the garlic allium complex. And it doesn't give the problem of the garlic breath or having taken, because it is the way it's been formulated, it gets absorbed in your large intestine, so maybe it does not cause you the smell, the bad effect of what people try to avoid. Omega-3 salmon oil plus, a very good product which has been done, has got all the 8 amino acids that we need, very good for hypertension. Calcium and magnesium, the Calman, a very good product for that is the calcium that we have. Fiber tablets, the fiber tablets that we have from Neolife. These are products that will help you with hypertension. Botanical balance, people who have got challenge with diabetes, botanical balance is a product which has been recently formulated and does extremely good job with your with people who have got diabetes. Vitamin E, your blood flow, it helps you to helps the blood flow, helps the heart health there. So that's some of the products we have from Neolife that are very helpful and are good. Cholesterol is not a bad thing. We don't need some cholesterol. Cholesterol is good for for building hormones in the body. But too much, excess cholesterol can be bad. And cholesterol is bad only when it's in excess. And excess, like in your meats, so much, some of your foods you have can cause cholesterol. And this cholesterol then causes your arteries to get blocked and causes a problem. So there's good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. Bad cholesterol when you have too much of it and excess, and it begins to clog the arteries and causes us problems. Excess cholesterol is a problem because these are the things it does. It thickens the blood, forms blood clots, clogs the arteries, and with time attacks the heart, causes a heart attack. And a heart attack, as I say, could be the first sign and could be the last. Many people have not survived a heart attack, or when they have survived it, they've had a lot of damage. When they have had a stroke, then they have damage, which then over years, then you find they're paralyzed, and they find there's a part of the body that never recovers from it. So these are the things that can cause. So why wait until you have that? Why not do something now, straight away, today? What can I do about it right away? And then some of the products, once again, that will help with excess cholesterol, fiber tablets are some of the products that will be helpful for that. Omega-3 salmon again, vitamin E, the garlic allium, lipotropic adjunct, a very good product that helps with the homocysteine, which is something in the body that I'll explain a little bit. These are some of the products that will be helpful. The person who has invited you here is able to get this product for you. So say, what am I doing about it? When Monday comes, what can I order for myself? Excess is in the system. This is an amino acid found in the blood that we can get usually from eating meat. Meat is not so bad, but an excess eating of meat can cause problems. High levels of this can lead to early development of heart disease, weak bones, diabetes. Yeah, so this is some of the things that you have that cause you a problem if you have too much and excess of it from the system. Some of the things that can be a problem also: dementia, Alzheimer's disease, because of too much of a system in the body, pregnancy complications, concentration of underachieve concentration, lack of concentration, underachievement, cardiovascular diseases, strokes. These are all things that can be caused, and this is and they start with what our diet has been: diabetes, osteoporosis, are all things that are problems if we don't address them early enough. And once again, I go back to this and say, what are the products that we can do to help us there? The homocysteine, products that can help to clear it a little bit, a vitamin B complex, the lipotropic adjunct, very good product there, your omega-3, salmon oil, and your carotenoid complex. So these are the products we have. We're eating well, and we're saying we're checking our diets. What are the products that we can add in to supplement? We can add in to supplement with that. Are we taking care of our hearts? Now, I've talked about a few things, and you might be saying, he's just saying it. Do we have results? Do we have testimonies? And we do have a testimony. I have with me one of my colleagues, and Christine Kyalako. Is Christine there? Christine has got some testimony, and she will tell us a little bit about her testimony from using products and what benefits she got. Christine, if you're there, please put in your camera and let's give us a bit of what you have, the benefits you have gotten from using the products. Over to you, Christine.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, hello. My name is Christine Kyalako. I'm doing this call from Ukunda. Ukunda is in the south coast of Mombasa. I'm a mother of 2 adult children, and I'm a finance person by profession. I joined Neolife last year in March. I was invited for a presentation which was being done by our upline leader to Ruby director, Grace Chege, who had come all the way from Nairobi to do the presentation. So the person who invited me, that is my upline, Severa Maganga, knew I had a challenge. I had suffered from hypertension for over 15 years, whereby I was on medication. And apart from being hypertensive, I had a lot of problems with the medication which I was taking. Oftenly, the medication had to be changed because I used to develop a lot of side effects. So I was always in the hospital, actually most of the times hospitalized. So sometimes I was forced to be out of the office where I was working because I could not do well with the medication. So most of the times I had issues with developing dizziness, nausea, migraines almost on a daily basis for those many years. And then also my sight started going down. I had to change my lenses every year because my sight was so poor. In fact, I would not even drive after it got dark. And sometimes I would not even walk when the sun is so bright because I used to see darkness most of the times. I would even sleep next to my glasses because I would not see anything when I wake up at night. So I had a lot of issues, and hypertension was a real problem for me. And this lady who knew my issue, because she was working in one of the hospitals around, and she used to see me after every 1 or 2 weeks being hospitalized, she invited me for the meeting. So when I went for the meeting, actually I didn't have an idea why she had invited me. It took me even several months to decide to attend the meeting, Because the first 3 months, I kind of like ignored. I felt like maybe she's talking about supplements which I've taken before, which never sorted out my problem. So when I went for the presentation, Grace Chege taught, and I had about the health session, where she shared a lot about different challenges and different supplements which can sort out the challenges. But I was still not decided, because the first day I paid only 500 shillings. And I remember she invited us for a convention which was supposed to happen in Nairobi in 3 days' time from the day she came here. So after the presentation, she still spotted me and requested me to see her for another one-on-one before she left the following morning for Nairobi. So I went and met Grace where she was residing, and she did for me another one-on-one presentation. I told her about my issue, and she encouraged me, and she taught me about the different combinations for supplements for different challenges. So she told me after joining, apart from the Pro Vitality, I still needed to take several other products. So I decided to go for the convention, which she really encouraged me to attend. So when I went for the convention, I remember the first few sessions, I had several people give their testimonies, which were very inspiring. And even before the convention was halfway, I decided to pay the rest of the amount I had not paid and joined. So when I came back to Diani, I received my kit. And of course, I did an order for several other products like garlic, vitamin E, lipotropic, Calmag, and CoQ10, and also fiber tablets. So I started taking the products, and within less than a week, I started feeling a difference in my health. So in less than 2 weeks, I saw a very big change in my health, and I continued taking the products because I felt it was the high time now I make a decision to invest on my health, because I had seen the products were really working out on me. So in the first 3 months, I severely invested on the products. Actually, within 2 weeks, because I had a machine in the house to check on my pressure on a daily basis, I realized my pressure had started stabilizing, and I spoke to my doctor. I shared what I was experiencing, and even the migraines were disappearing, and a lot of other side effects I had not realized started going away one by one. So in less than a month, the doctor advised me to reduce the medication which I was taking. So I reduced my medication to half of what I was taking. For the first time in the first few weeks, I stopped developing swellings which I had almost on a daily basis on my feet, because he used to tell me I had a lot of fluids because of the pressure being up every time. So when this minor and some side effects I had noticed started going away, my body started now feeling light, and I started feeling active. The fatigue started going away. I continued taking the medication. I continued taking the supplements for not less than 3 months, because I really invested on them. And in less than 3 months, my pressure stabilized, the migraine was going, my sight started improving, all the fatigue was gone, and I had a lot of issues with my hormonal imbalances because of the medication. So the doctor told me to stop the medication and check on how my body was going to behave. So in 3 months, I stopped taking the doctor's prescription, that is the pharmaceutical medication, and continued taking the supplements, which I do take to date. Although of late, I don't take a big combination, because most of the major issues I had started disappearing. So in 4 months in your life, I forgot about the pharmaceutical medicine, and my health got well, and I no longer have hypertension, my pressure is stable. I no longer have migraines. I no longer have any side effects because I'm no longer in the pharmaceutical medicine. Now, because of buying supplements in plenty, in the first 2 weeks, because I had bought supplements worth over 250 PVs. Of course, I had joined Neolife because of health. I used to tell my upline I had nothing and I had no interest of earning any money or doing any business in Neolife. But I started realizing when you buy products and you do PVs over 250, you start earning. Yes, I was not interested in money, but I thought, yeah, the money was helping me now buy products. So I received a check in 2 weeks when I was in Neolife, a check of 620 shillings. And it excited me because I did not collect the money from the ground. And when my health started improving, I started getting excited and I started sharing with other people. Of course, a lot of people knew in the surrounding and my family, they all knew how I had suffered and what I was going through in those over 15 years. So everybody wanted to know exactly what I had done. And I started sharing and talking about the Neolife products. So after sharing to so many people, I started now sponsoring and I started getting people who are interested in also using the products like myself, because I have so many people, I know so many people who have health challenges. And there are also others, when I spoke about now earning from Neolife through selling products to those who are not interested in joining and also receiving checks after every end of the month, there are those who also got interested in earning the money. So apart from now earning, I started now getting incentives as well from the company. There are times I would share the opportunity and sponsor several people, and I find that the company is giving incentives. And in a month's time, I became a manager. And when I became a manager, I started now working harder to become more senior than a manager. In less than 2 months, I became a qualified senior manager and I received another check of 9,100 Kenya shillings. And then I started now getting excited about the money because I said, even though I joined for health, but at least I can see I am earning from the opportunity. And I started now sharing more and more. And I started sharing to so many people. People started joining Neolife, and I started developing a team. So in 4 months in Neolife, I stepped up to an executive manager, and I earned a check of 24,900 Kenya shillings. And that is where now I started seeing the money now in Neolife. Apart from the health, which made me join, I saw there was also an opportunity. And because I felt with time, I might not need to be employed by anyone, I decided to invest in Neolife through selling a products and through sharing and encouraging other people to join and through doing more step-ups. So in 11 months in Neolife, I stepped up to a director. That was in March, that was in February this year when I was only 11 months. And I received a very, very encouraging check, which was 83,000 Kenya shillings. Apart from the 83,000 Kenya shillings, I still got incentives from my upline, the team leader, Grace Chege, who also topped up the check with 5,000 Kenya shillings. And then I was also called for a director school and lunch at the Sarova Stanley Hotel. That is where we went in April. And from that time, I got consistent, and in 3 months' time, I became an Emerald Director, the post I hold to date. So as time moved by, I also started now developing leaders. So I also have managers in my team. I have senior managers. I have qualified senior managers. And last month, when I was an Emerald, I still developed leaders, 2 executive managers in my team. one who closed with over 3,000 PVs, Mwanarusi Omari, and another one who closed with over 2,000 PVs, that is Mwanajuma Ziwa. These two ladies are both head teachers within Kwale County. They are very active in my team. They are really sharing because every time we have trainings with my team, my upline leader and other team leaders like Grace Chege have taught me how to do trainings to my team. And because Grace is not always every time available in Ukunda, we also learned how to do our own presentations and meetings when she's not coming to Ukunda. So because of now training and because of the teamwork we have opened new places within the coast, that is within Kwale County and within Taita and Mombasa, even without our upline leader. So this one has now encouraged my team, which has grown big. It has also encouraged them, and it shows them also how to grow, like the way you have grown within a year. So through the attending events, which has taught me a lot, and from the very first event which I attended last year in March, I started learning that through training is the only time you can know now, or you can learn how to also teach others, and you can also learn much more about the products in your life. So I attend a lot of trainings. Rarely I miss the Zoom trainings, and rarely I miss events like the big events we go to KICC in Nairobi, and also another event which we attended last year in August in Dar es Salaam, which had leaders who really inspired me. So I thank God for my upline leaders who brought me to Neolife. They brought me for health, but I've grown in Neolife. I also thank my downlines, a lot of them who are also growing, and they're also earning, and they're also seeing why or a need of being in Neolife. Apart from health and business, we also have other events for lifestyle, which have made us know and feel that we have a reason to remain in your life. So thank you so much, Doctor, and back to you.
Thank you, Christine, for that story. Thank you. It seems that, and we have seen that it's not only when you're talking about our health, there's much more that comes out of it also, because as one of the most important things is how can I take care of my health? But as you're doing that, you can create an income that is growing, because there are people out there who are all over the world looking to ways to take care of challenges that they have. Thank you, Christine, for that. So not only will you be healthy, but you'll also have an income that probably you have not even thought about, that you can now use to ensure that you move away from stress. You also move away from stress. Take charge of your heart. As you're doing that and you're helping others do the same thing, you are also then helping, putting something into your pocket. So you're not actually forcing, but you're recommending. By recommending, a lot of us recommend things out there. But how many of us get paid for recommending things and we don't get benefit from it? In your life, you get a benefit. You build a team. Others say, what else have you done? When you're sick, yes, first see a doctor, but there are many things that we can take, supplements that can bridge the gap from our diets and help us. Like Christina said, after some time, you get off medication if you do it well. And then the supplements that we are taking, those are supplements there, the health products we have from omega-3 salmon oil, your lipotropic adjuncts, your garlic allium complex, your vitamin E, your fiber tablets, your calcium and magnesium, your CoQ10 are all products that will ensure that you are going to be healthier. And when you recommend them, you benefit, you recommend to others, they benefit. It is wrong to have this information with you and not tell others. Sitting on information that can help you, sitting with a story like you find others who are like Christine, who are suffering, who are spending so much and not getting. then you go out and say, this is it. Go and share with others. If it's not for yourself, at least think about the others who are suffering there. And then prevent a broken heart. And the broken heart might not be the heart from your heart breaking, but someone getting sick, and the money they have spent all of their lives trying to save and make money, and they not getting anywhere. These are the things we can do with our business. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important, the information that we shared, that we go and share with others, that we go out there and share the information we have. If we do that, not only will we ensure that our health is taken care of, we'll take care of the health of those friends, the families that we have out there. We'll also be able to create an income, not only locally, but internationally. Neolife is in about 50 markets around the world. Many of the distributors here, many of the colleagues here we have earn money from different parts of the world. So when the Kenya shillings is getting weaker, we don't worry so much because we can earn something else as we recommend, as we get products out there. If you want to learn how to build the business, how can I do that? As Christine has mentioned, there's training. You don't have to know anything. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a specialist. Training others who have gone before us in the last 40 years, the people who are there who can train you. The company offers us training. Tomorrow we have a presentation on how the business works. This is how the business works. Someone comes in and gives you an information. How does the business work? Step by step. So you get into business, not by yourself, but with the help of others, and get a fantastic product that people have seen. Doctors are recommending it. And those who don't know, if a doctor doesn't know about it, give him information. Say, go and read about this doctor. Maybe you're missing out on something that can help other customers here. So go and then help us help others. And when they do that, and they earn something from doing that, because she talked about point value. Point value is the way that they balance it. But every product that you use has got a point value. So things you buy for yourself benefit you. Every time I'm buying a product that's helping me, something for my heart health, it also benefits me in my pocket. When I recommend, someone else also benefits out there. When they go and recommend to others, it begins to grow. This business might not be a get-rich-quick scheme, but over time you start building, you are healthy, but you also have money that you have there, you have better lifestyle, and you can also help a lot of people out there. So I urge you, those who are on the call, turn to the person who invited you. If you're not a distributor already, ask the person, how can I become a distributor? If not, at least how can I get a product? On Monday, why wait until things are serious? Why wait until you're told by a doctor you're in serious health? Why wait until you have to go together to put money together to help you? Do something for yourself now, today. Don't wait for it. Learn how the company is helping. Learn from the people who are there, the sponsor, the person who is here will guide you along how you can do this best. We have got experts there. The Scientific Advisory Board is accessible to us. Any questions you have there, ask the question, how can we help better? And with time, as you get better, we have a healthier and happier place. We have people who then can benefit from it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will leave you this afternoon. Thank you for coming on for this show. Thank you for taking the time to learn. Go and share with others. We'll have a recording of this. Share with others about the recording. Like Christine, you can begin to change your lifestyle by using products, by helping others, being a more healthier person, being happier. Things that can be preventable, prevent them. Find out more. Go onto the site. Ask the person, how can I learn more? And with time, I promise you, if you do take what we have taught here and learn more about it, you will find yourself a healthier person, a wealthier person, and somebody people can turn to and learn from. It has been a pleasure to share with you the information that we have on here. And I look forward to meeting you on the beaches of the world as we celebrate our successes and healthy, that we can have money that we can enjoy. Have a good afternoon. And once again, I urge you, turn to the person who has invited you to see how you can get products or how you can come a part of the business or how you can develop the business to a level where that you can live a healthier, happier life. Good afternoon, everybody, and have a fantastic week coming forward.